Hello, we'd like to introduce you to the boat with no name. It was originally christened Chance-It, and we thought we'd actually stay with that name, and we were actually going to put some signage on the boat, but it's just one of these things that we've never got around to. The boat is a bit different from most of the boats that sail around on this lake here, because we do a different thing with it from what most of the people do on the lake here. We use this for touring, and it's got some different properties from the racing boats. So there are a few features which we'd like to introduce you to on the boat here, and they're all designed to make touring safer and more comfortable. The first of the features that we've put on this boat to make it suitable for touring is some roller reefing here. What that enables us to do is to rapidly put the foresail away. It just rolls around the pole here, and basically what we have is a swivel. And when you pull the line, it literally rolls up. We found this extremely useful in the past, because if you're desperate to get to the pub before they close, it basically means that you can run full pelt for the beach, and just before you hit it, you can pull the string, the sail goes, and you can be on your way to the pub without breaking stride. One of the most important features that we've added to this boat to make it suitable for touring purposes is what you can see behind us. This fairly complicated looking arrangement of lines there is called lazy jacks. And basically what it enables you to do is to get the sail down if you've got a bit of a problem at sea, and instead of filling the boat full of sail, which renders the boat practically incapable of being repaired, it just sits there nice and tidily on the boom. And this is a really useful feature, and it's not only a great convenience, it's a great safety feature. And in addition to that, we have an arrangement for reducing the sail area. This is very important when you get out at sea, particularly if the winds are very high, because it means you can still sail the boat without the wind actually completely overwhelming you. Right. Finally, there's a couple of features here which are also tailored towards touring in a boat like this. The first one is a bilge pump. So if you have a little look at this yellow handle down here, this pump basically pumps water from the centre of the boat and pumps it down through a pipe and out at the back end of the boat. And this is really quite useful, because sometimes, particularly if you've had a bit of a problem and got some water in the boat, you might not have enough speed up to automatically bail the boat. But this can really move quite a lot of water quite quickly, so it's a very handy feature. You don't have to beach the boat to empty it out. In addition to that, we have a throwline bag here. What this is a bag full of rope. It's not exactly that we're expecting the worst, but should we capsize, we know that we've got a bag full of rope here, and it's got knots on it, so it's easy to grip even when your hands are wet and slimy. And it means that if you need a rope to right the boat, then we always know exactly where it's going to be. There are a couple of things which people who sail boats on the sea need to know about their boat, and those two things are: A, if you capsize it and get it full of water, will it float? And this is obviously a very important thing to know. And the other thing is whether you as the crew actually have the ability to get the thing upright and sail it out of there. So this evening we're actually going to test both of those things. We're going to get changed, we're going to sail the boat into the middle of the lake, and then we're going to capsize it. And with a little bit of luck we should be able to recover the boat. But these things have to be done from time to time just to check that we can do it.
Now, as you can see, when it's lying on its side, this boat is very high out of the water, and where you really need to be is sitting on top of that fin if you're going to actually right the boat. I personally have a lot of difficulty doing that because I have a bit of a disability with one arm, so I've adopted a style of going up the inside of the boat and using it as a ladder and then going over the top of the boat onto the fin. It doesn't, however, suit everyone, as you will see shortly. As the boat comes up, the standard approach is to get the crew member to actually come up with the boat. That way at least someone is in the boat when it does come upright, There is a danger that the thing may go sailing into the distance and leaving you both behind, so it's very important that you do this. As I was saying earlier, the idea of running up the inside of the boat and using it as a ladder doesn't suit everyone, as Mick is about to find out. Because he's larger than me, the extra body weight has caused the mast to sink, and he spotted this and actually got off before it sank completely. Once the boat is completely upturned, it's extremely difficult to right, so he was trying to avoid that. You'll see what happens in a moment. Once the boat goes beyond a certain point, it passes a point of no return, and from there's no recovery. All you can do is wait until the boat goes completely upside down, and then adopt plan B. From this point, righting the boat is a two-stage process. The first half is to get it back up onto its side again, and then you have to recover it from there into the vertical position. Unfortunately, moving from this point to where the boat is on its side requires a fair bit of body weight, and I personally doubt whether I have the body weight to do it on my own, so it makes it a bit of a problem. You definitely do need two people in the boat. Some things simply won't be rushed, and whilst it looks like Mick is struggling here, actually he's not. All he's having to do is to wait until all the water is displaced from the top of the sail, so that the boat can actually come into the horizontal position.
This is where the fun really begins.
The next stage is to actually get your body weight on top of the fin there, so that the boat can in fact be levered over into the horizontal position. It's something which I personally would have a bit of difficulty doing because I only have full use of one arm, and that's why I tend to actually approach the other technique of going up the inside of the boat.
Right, she's horizontal. Are you going to go with this?
Well, as you can see from the video evidence, it wasn't the most elegant of recoveries, but the point is, it did it. And this is the all-important thing, because when at sea, the truth of the matter is that you could wait a very, very long time before anyone came to rescue, if ever that did happen. So you do need to be able to actually sort yourself out of a mess. And the one good thing about this boat is that even when it's fully waterlogged, it's still capable of being sailed. Today we didn't have any wind, so we couldn't demonstrate that. But as you can see, it was stable, we were walking around on it, it is a very safe boat.